Let me see. Ladies and gentlemen, coming on here just to do a quick little video and not a Q&A, just getting a video up so I don't have to record it then try to upload it. But I don't have long because it's Tatum and I sitting in the car waiting on my wife. She's in the store right now, so y'all make sure my internet working. Don't know if my internet gonna connect securely, but we'll see, because we out here and sometimes the service is not the best. But wanted to pop in because it's been some people been talking about here lately, passport bros. And that's the thing with our society, is we have a segment of society, and that's why I say you got to always look around and you got to do your own math, and you got to look and see. So I have a friend that I played college ball with, and he has a white wife, and he met her after having a child with a black woman and then having another black girlfriend, but the black lady didn't want him and kind of gave him the run around. And then he met a young white lady at work and they started talking, and she came into his job. They started talking, and he's from the island, so he didn't want to necessarily date outside of his race, so he just kind of ran from it for a while. But she stayed consistent and stayed there, and she grew up around black people, and because her dad was a coach, and so always around black athletes, so she more so relate to black people than white people. And they hit it off and they got together, and it was like a happenstance thing for them. And then I got a homeboy I grew up with who he was raised in the white neighborhood. His family, his mama was an educator, dad an educator, and he has a white wife. And it's because of black girls will kind of see him as lame, or say, oh, you talk white. And so when I look at and I know another black guy that I met not too long ago, he's half white and he has a white wife, but his mom is white. And so I say this to say, we have these things that we make a trend because social media. And one of the things that we fail to realize is that with social media, and just like with anything, what social media does is it makes one thing seem like it's the norm. But when you really, if you go down the line, and it may be different from each person, but when I go down the line, the two guys I was talking to today that's in my circle, both of them have black wives. My barber has a black wife. My daddy got a black wife. My best friend from kindergarten, who is at the game tonight in my suite, he got a black wife. So I know 3 black men that has a wife of another race. But yet we will say, oh, black men done gave up on black women. But when you go down the line, you got to look at every person you know, not just on social media, not just what you seeing. And now we seeing a lot of interracial couples on social media, and we seeing a lot, just being publicized, and now it's on commercials and stuff too, because it's a lot of biracial couples with the black woman and the white man that's going viral from Reels. And so now they're going viral on Reels and TikToks. So now commercials are putting interracial couples because of that. But when you think about it, and then we have this group of men that we saying is, the norm. And it's this black man who, he despises himself. There's a black man, the type of black man who despises his race. He's insecure about his race. He's self-hating. And so he goes outside of his race. And that man also is a minority. That's not the norm. but you just got to go down the list and see. Now, one of the things that's very common amongst black men is colorism. And you'll see, and so that makes some women say the black man has given up on the black woman, because colorism is a very real thing. And we all know why. When we look at it, we all know, hey, black people, and it's not just colorism amongst men. We saw the study of colorism with the kids who was looking at the baby dolls, and they say, which one is the good doll? They chose the white doll. Which one is the bad doll? They chose the black doll. And so the media in America has made black people hate our skin color for centuries. And so we see that. And I remember talking to, you hear all the rappers talk about a red bone, a red girl, and then that's self-hate. That's self-hate. And then you see, and I remember a homeboy who he's still single to this day in his mid-30s, but I remember talking to him. It's like, well, man, what kind of woman you looking for? He was like, man, she gotta be red. But his mama is my color, he is my color, his siblings is my color, but he was like, she gotta be red, she gotta have long hair, you know, straight hair. And it really comes from the programming, and it comes from self-hate. And I remember family members would even say, hey, get a Hispanic woman so you can have pretty kids with good hair. And all of that stemmed from self-hate. And this is what we have to realize, and we got to address. And this is one thing that men have to understand, especially black men. One thing black men got to understand is when you get out here, you have to understand that as a black man, you got to understand that there is nothing wrong with a black woman. And as a black man, you got to look at black women, and you got to look at the struggle of black women. You got to look at what black women have been through. You got to look at black women being put on the bottom, the lowest rung. And you got to realize that black women have had to carry the country. In America, black women had to carry the country because the black women had to put up with the pain and the trauma and the anger of their black man. But then they also had to feed and take care of, be the nanny, be the housemaid for the white families. So the black woman is in the white home, in the foundations of America, taking care of a white woman's kids, and the kids falling in love with her. They love her, but then they taught to despise her skin color. And then she come home and she got to deal with her man, who may be cheating, starting other families around the community, who may be doing all of this. And then that black woman, being human, or start to take that out on her kids, or take that out in another way. And now we see this mom hurt. So it's so much generational mom pain. I cannot tell you how many black women that I have talked to who don't get along with their mama. It's so many black women who feel like their mama hate them, their mama jealous of them, their mama talk down to them, their mama combative with them, their mama against them. And you have to think about that pain. And then this narrative of the black woman is loud and she this and she that. It's like, when men are real, men honest, and black men are real and honest, the black woman is the most loving, the most trusting, the most trustworthy woman on the face of the planet. Like, the black woman is the most loyal woman on the face of the planet, because when you look at what black women put up with from their man, it's hard to find another race of woman who putting up with that from their man, especially under the circumstances. Like, you will see Asian women get the foot of the man on their neck but the man got money. They got family, they got unity, they got money, the kids in private school. You'll see that in the Hispanic community too, but because they may be disadvantaged in a lot of neighborhoods, the woman got to stay there. But with a lot of black women put up with no good black men who really can't even bring much to the table. And so when we really honest about that, but here's the thing, there's always this little segment, this little remnant of men who they'll take and they'll say, hey, you know, black women this, black women that, and they'll get a voice. And I'm gonna tell you, we start to believe this, and so many women saying, oh, so many women said, yeah, we giving up on black men because black men have given up on us. And that's not true. Black men ain't giving up on black women. A lot of black men that gave up on themselves, and in turn don't know how to love a woman because they don't know how to love themselves. And the thing about it is the media will exacerbate this narrative, because you will see these black men who are self-hating and who despise black women because of the one woman that cheated on them or that hurt them. These men will then start making noise, start barking, and they start speaking to this remnant of men who are butthurt. So now you got this group of men who butthurt, and they become the loudest online. And that's how negativity works in the world, in the space. Y'all got to forgive me. I'm out in public, so I got to keep my head on the swivel, watching my surroundings. I can't get caught up in this here video. So I'm talking at the same time, but looking around. So this ain't nothing but the Lord speaking through me, because I can't even really focus on what I'm doing. And listen to me now. So now this noise start to be made. And if you'll notice, like, okay, the Blessed Tribe. The Blessed Tribe got thousands of members in it. Probably close to 3,000 members in the Blessed Tribe. But in the comments of the video that I did, should black women give up on black men, the Blessed Tribe nowhere to be found in there. And all the detractors, the people that's going off, they in the comments and they against the video. The way the algorithm work is the algorithm put a long comment that has words of disagreement, it bumps it up to the top, because it say, hey, this creating a dialogue. It'll bump up certain comments to the top, and those comments will get 100 likes. But then the comments in support of the video, it could be 50 or 100 of them. It'll hide those. I'll see them, but it'll hide them, and they'll get 0 likes. And so what the algorithm do is it promote negativity. That's how when you see somebody doing something, whoever disagree with the post, they comment at the top. So our world loves negativity. Our world loves drama. And the reason being is because most people are not happy on their job. Most people are not happy in their life. Most people are not happy in their relationship. So when you go online, you don't want cohesion and unity. You want chaos and drama, because it's entertaining. That's why reality TV is a thing, because of all of the drama, and people want to see that drama because their life may be unfulfilled. But when you tap into a fulfilled life, what you're going to find when you get to that space to where you've chosen joy, you've chosen happiness, you really don't even watch reality TV no more. You'll stop watching reality TV. You'll stop feeding off of negativity online. You'll stop feeding off of gossip, because you'll be in a place of peace, and you will know what peace feel like, and you will enjoy peace, and you won't want anything to disrupt your peace. But see, the way our world is because of the detractors, because of the distractions, because of the negative people, it make it seem like this is a polarizing thing. It make it seem like this is everybody. When really, when you really literally count it, if you count the black men online who say they done with black women, you're going to have one or two hands. But then you're going to go in the comments and you're going to see another 10, 20 people. But then you got to realize this is these people out of millions of people. So we'll take 100 people. or even 1,000 people that we see online pushing a narrative, and we'll say, oh, this is the thing. Black men don't want black women no more. And it's because you done seen 1,000 people. But you got to realize it's 1,000,000. And what you got to understand is the black men that's talking down on black women, those are the broken, the hurting, the ignorant, the lame, the lost. Those are the men who they don't have peace in their life. So the 1,000,000 black men that are ready for love and want a relationship, they're not online, because they trying to get the 6 figures or 7 figures or 8 figures. So they not online in the comment section. They at Starbucks sitting and working on their business. They at church every time the doors is open. They in the local small business groups, the local entrepreneurship groups. They in the local communities. They out in the real world. They in the gym. They in the coffee shop. They in the church. They in the library. They're not on social media in the comments. So therefore we see all of this thing. We see all of these people, and we see 1,000 people say, oh, well, this the new thing. Somebody say, I see lots of black men with non-black women. Literally go down the list and count that. Really count it and see how many you know. And you're going to know 3 or 4. You're going to know 5 to 10. But you looking at a microcosm. You got to look at the whole world. And the thing about it, even when you look out, when you look at our representation, you look at the representation that's out there. Okay, Barack, black woman, and LeBron James, black woman, Dwayne Wade, black woman. Who on TV? Steve Harvey, black woman. Tyler Perry, we don't know what he got going on. I'm trying to think of the black men that's out. Jay-Z, black woman. Now you see Kanye West, that's right there. Some of them actors, a lot of them actors, they got different, they be with different color women, you know, all kind of women. But when you get down to the street, on the street level, and you look at your uncles, you look at your brothers, you look at your cousins, you look at the people you know, you're going to start to see that it's going to be a divide down the line, and everything you're going to be able to see. You're going to be able to see the reason why. So you're going to see Steph Curry, black woman. Even his teammates got black women. You're not seeing this as so much as we think. But, and look at your principals, look at the principals of the school, look at the police officers, look at, like, literally go out and do your research so you could shift your narrative. Because if you telling yourself, oh, don't nobody want me, then nobody gonna want you, because you already looking like TD Jakes, black woman. And you're not going to attract anything because of what you're telling yourself. So listen, there's a remnant of men, of no good men that's out there. My wife done with an appointment, so I got to go. Nobody that's out there. And so we got to understand that it's still a whole nother side of this. It's a whole nother side of this. And you have to know what you want in your life and change your narrative for yourself, and stop just believing what the algorithm is pushing, because it's going to push what's going to create the most drama. Hey, so do your research. Spend the rest of the day going down your list, doing your research, everybody you know, even the people you see online, and count it up, and you do the math and you do the number for your demographic, for your area where you at. Hey, God bless you. Y'all say hey to the queen. She ain't want to be on the camera. We'll talk soon.